Before embarking on this enlightening journey, take a moment to indulge in a delightful cookie and a steaming cup of tea. Find a comfortable seat, allowing yourself to immerse fully in the tranquility of this video. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. Life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. Who acts in stillness finds stillness in his life. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Quotes about love and happiness. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. He who is contented is rich. By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try, the world is beyond the winning. Love is a decision, not an emotion. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Non-being is the greatest joy. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. For the wise man looks into space, and he knows there is no limited dimensions. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. If you would take, you must first give. This is the beginning of intelligence. Surrender your self-interest. Love others as much as you love yourself. Then you can be entrusted with all things under heaven. Quotes that are full of wisdom. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Silence is a source of great strength. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. The words of truth are always paradoxical. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it. If you want to know me, look inside your heart. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is truly ready, the teacher will disappear. Quotes that will expand your mind. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. Do the difficult things while they are easy, and do the great things while they are small. It is better to do one's own duty, however defective it may be, than to follow the duty of another, however well one may perform it. He who does his duty as his own nature reveals it, never sins. The best fighter is never angry. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. There is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. To a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Other inspirational quotes. If I had just a little bit of wisdom, I should walk the great path and fear only straying from it. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. It is better to leave a vessel unfilled than to attempt to carry it when it is full. The master dwells in the substantial and not in the superficial, rests in the fruit and not in the flower. The best of all leaders is the one who helps people so that eventually they don't need him. If we could renounce our sageness and discard our wisdom, it would be better for the people 100-fold. When there is silence, one finds the anchor of the universe within oneself. The soft overcomes the hard, and the weak the strong. Simplicity has no name, is free of desires. Being free of desires, it is tranquil, and the world will be at peace of its own accord. The ruler attains wholeness in the correct governance of the people. Every journey begins with a single step. The power of intuitive understanding will protect you from harm until the end of your days. Wasting energy to obtain rare objects only impedes one's growth. To avoid disappointment, know what is sufficient. To avoid trouble, know when to stop. If you are able to do this, you will last a long time. Act without expectation. Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. To understand the limitation of things, desire them. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. Stop leaving and you will arrive. Stop searching and you will see. Stop running away and you will be found. To hold, you must first open your hand, let go. In the end, the treasure of life is missed by those who hold on and gained by those who let go. Just remain in the center watching, and then forget that you are there. To become learned, each day add something. To become enlightened, each day drop something. Inspiring quotes to ponder on. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you to do anything but be yourself. Be still. Stillness reveals the secrets of eternity. There is a time to live and a time to die, but never to reject the moment. To know that you do not know is the best. To think you know when you do not is a disease. Recognizing this disease as a disease is to be free of it. Because of a great love, one is courageous. When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you. A scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. Take care with the end as you do with the beginning. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. 95. Buddha quotes on love, life, happiness, and death. 1. Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. 2. A disciplined mind brings happiness. 3. Give, even if you only have a little. 4. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer badness with goodness. Conquer meanness with generosity. Conquer dishonesty with truth. 5. Those who cling to perceptions and views wander the world offending people. 6. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. 7. I will not look at another's bowl intent on finding fault, a training to be observed. 8. Let none find fault with others, let none see the omissions and commissions of others, but let one see one's own acts, done and undone. 9. Should a person do good, let him do it again and again. Let him find pleasure therein, for blissful is the accumulation of good. 10. May all beings have happy minds. 11. Delight in heedfulness. Guard well your thoughts. 12. Should you find a wise critic to point out your faults, follow him as you would a guide to hidden treasure. 13. Should a seeker not find a companion who is better or equal, let them resolutely pursue a solitary course. 14. In whom there is no sympathy for living beings, know him as an outcast. 15. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. 16. Live with no sense of mind, not forming attachment to experiences. 17. Better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. 18. One is not called noble who harms living beings. By not harming living beings, one is called noble. 19. If a man going down into a river, swollen and swiftly flowing, is carried away by the current, how can he help others across? 20. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. 21. Ardently do today what must be done. Who knows? Tomorrow death comes. 22. The world is afflicted by death and decay, but the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. 23. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. 24. To support mother and father, to cherish wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupation, this is the greatest blessing. 25. All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill, nor cause another to kill. 26. They blame those who remain silent. They blame those who speak much. They blame those who speak in moderation. There is none in the world who is not blamed. 27. Just as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt, so also this teaching and discipline has one taste, the taste of liberation. 28. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them like a never-departing shadow. As an elephant in the battlefield withstands arrows shot from bows all around, even so shall I endure abuse. 30. The one in whom no longer exists the craving and thirst that perpetuate becoming, how could you track that awakened one, trackless and of limitless range? 31. The root of suffering is attachment. 32. Whatever precious jewel there is in the heavenly worlds, there is nothing comparable to one who is awakened. 33. As a water bead on a lotus leaf, as water on a red lily, does not adhere, so the sage does not adhere to the seen, the heard, or the sensed. 34. It is in the nature of things that joy arises in a person free from remorse. 35. All experiences are preceded by mind, having mind as their master, created by mind. 36. Purity and impurity depend on oneself, no one can purify another. 37. Ceasing to do evil, cultivating the good, purifying the heart, this is the teaching of the Buddhas. 38. Understanding is the heartwood of well-spoken words. 39. He who can curb his wrath as soon as it arises, as a timely antidote will check snake's venom that so quickly spreads, such a monk gives up the here and the beyond, just as a serpent sheds its worn-out skin. 40. As I am, so are these. As are these, so am I, drawing the parallel to yourself, neither kill nor get others to kill. 41. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame. 42. We will develop love, we will practice it, we will make it both a way and a basis. 43. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires. 44. Whatever is not yours, let go of it. Your letting go of it will be for your long-term happiness benefit. 45. Meditate. Do not delay lest you later regret it. 46. Whatever has the nature of arising has the nature of ceasing. 47. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. 48. Know from the rivers in clefts and in crevices, those in small channels flow noisily, the great flow silent. Whatever's not full makes noise. Whatever is full is quiet. 49. Whatever living beings there may be, feeble or strong, long, stout, or of medium size, short, small, large, those seen or those unseen, those dwelling far or near, those who are born as well as those yet to be born, may all beings have happy minds. 50. If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way. 51. Let him not deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. In anger or ill will let him not wish another ill. 52. Our life is shaped by our mind, we become what we think. Suffering follows an evil thought as the wheels of a cart follow the oxen that draw it. Our life is shaped by our minds, we become what we think. Joy follows a pure thought like a shadow that never leaves. 53. If you meditate earnestly, pure in mind and kind in deeds, leading a disciplined life in harmony with the Dharma, you will grow in glory. If you meditate earnestly, through spiritual disciplines you can make an island for yourself that no flood can overwhelm. 54. Good people keep on walking whatever happens. They do not speak vain words and are the same in good fortune and bad. If one desires neither children nor wealth nor power nor success by unfair means, know such a one to be good, wise, and virtuous. 55. One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 times 1,000 men on the battlefield. Be victorious over yourself and not over others. 56. Your own self is your master, who else could be? With yourself well controlled, you gain a master very hard to find. 57. Not by rituals and resolutions, nor by much learning, nor by celibacy, nor even by meditation can you find the supreme, immortal joy of nirvana until you extinguish your self-will. 58. It seems that although we thought ourselves permanent, we are not. Although we thought ourselves settled, we are not. Although we thought we would last forever, we will not. 59. Don't run after pleasure and neglect the practice of meditation. If you forget the goal of life and get caught in the pleasures of the world, you will come to envy those who put meditation first. 60. Conquer anger through gentleness, unkindness through kindness, greed through generosity, and falsehood by truth. 61. Train your eyes and ears, train your nose and tongue. The senses are good friends when they are trained. Train your body in deeds, train your tongue in words, train your tongue in words, train your mind in thoughts. This training will take you beyond sorrow. 62. Like someone pointing to treasure is the wise person who sees your faults and points them out. Associate with such a sage. 63. All wrongdoing arises because of the mind. If the mind is transformed, can wrongdoing remain? 64. Whatever is not yours, let go of it. Your letting go of it will be for your long-term happiness benefit. 65. Your work is to discover your work and then, with all your heart, to give yourself to it. 66. I do not dispute with the world, rather it is the world that disputes with me. 67. You cannot travel the path until you have become the path itself. 68. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. 69. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. 70. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. 71. Be truthful, do not yield to anger. Give freely, even if you have but little. The gods will bless you. 72. The whole secret of existence is to have no fear. Never fear what will become of you, depend on no one. Only the moment you reject all help are you freed. 73. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. 74. It is easy to see the faults of others, but difficult to see one's own faults. One shows the faults of others like chaff winnowed in the wind, but one conceals one's own faults as a cunning gambler conceals his dice. 75. Meditation brings wisdom, lack of meditation leaves ignorance. 76. When you attain victory over yourself, not even the gods can turn it into defeat. 77. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. 78. What we think, we become. 79. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. 80. Health is the best gift, contentment the best wealth, trust the best kinsman, nirvana the greatest joy. Drink the nectar of the Dharma in the depths of meditation and become free from fear and sin. 81. Nothing remains without change. 82. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. 83. Faith and prayer both are invisible, but they make impossible things possible. 84. Leave behind confused reactions and become patient as the earth, unmoved by anger, unshaken as a pillar, unperturbed as a clear and quiet pool. 85. The way to happiness is keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. Live simply and give much. Fill your life with love. 86. With mindfulness, strive on. 87. Chaos is inherent in all compounded things. Strive on with diligence. 88. If the problem can be solved, why worry? If the problem cannot be solved, worrying will do you no good. 89. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. 90. You must love yourself before you love another. By accepting yourself and fully being what you are, your simple presence can make others happy. 91. Life is suffering. 92. Set your heart on doing good. Do it over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. 93. Everything that happens to us is the result of what we ourselves have thought, said, or done. We alone are responsible for our lives. 94. Love the whole world as a mother loves her only child. 95. It is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong.